Dr. Kaur here at Posture Perfect, and today we're going to be talking about shoulder injuries. One of the most common shoulder injuries that we have is a rotator cuff tear. The rotator cuff is comprised of four muscles: the supraspinatus, the infraspinatus, the subscapularis, and the teres muscle. Another common shoulder injury that we see here in the office is a frozen shoulder. Frozen shoulder is typically seen when you have a restricted range of motion in your shoulder. It inhibits your range of motion, can cause pain, and sometimes even swelling in the shoulder. Today I'm going to show you some exercises that we do here in the office, or you can do at home to help with your recovery process and increase the range of motion in your shoulder. First exercise we're going to do for a rotator cuff injury is a pendulum. So I'm going to hand her a small weight. This is about a 2 pound, but you can go lighter depending on your level of strength. Patient's going to go at about a 90-degree angle. She's going to rotate clockwise for 30 seconds, and this is done several times. And then she rotates counterclockwise to increase that range of motion back in the shoulder. Typically, you can increase the weight as you gain more strength in your shoulder. Another exercise for a rotator cuff injury is an external rotation of the shoulder. You can either use a resistance band or a light weight. If you're using resistance bands, start at a lighter resistance and work your way up to a higher resistance band. I have Priscilla here using resistance band, and she's gonna have the resistance band in her hand, and we're gonna do an external rotation, and she should feel a lot of your tension in this area when you're doing this. You can do this motion about 20 to 30 times, 3 to 4 sets at a time, and increase resistance as you get stronger in the muscle. An exercise that's extremely effective for a frozen shoulder that can be done at home easily is a finger crawl, which is patient, you want to be at 90 degrees and your arm at about 90 to the wall, and you want to slowly go ahead and crawl up the wall until you can have full 180-degree motion in your arm. This may take several takes, but the more you do it, the easier it typically gets. Another great exercise for frozen shoulder is wand exercises in all planes of motion. So you can use an object like this or anything that looks similar to this, typically lightweight, and you want to use it on your affected shoulder. So Priscilla's here is going to demonstrate all planes of motion. So first you want to go into flexion. So go ahead and come up as high as you can where your shoulder permits you without any pain. And you want to keep doing this several times until you can increase that range of motion in your shoulder. The other plane that we're going to work on is abduction. So you're going to turn the wand around and you're going to go outward like this until you can reach a comfortable range of motion. And then from there, we want to increase that range of motion until you have full 180 motion in there. The next is extension. So you're going to take and go backward as far as you can go without pain, and then keep increasing that in order to gain full range of motion back in your shoulder.